morning. Happy Friday. I've been trying to make Thank Buddha It's Friday a thing for a while now, so I'm going to say TBIF, Thank Buddha It's Friday. It was a really fun but busy week here, and definitely glad the weekend's coming up. We're wrapping up our week dedicated to mindfulness, and looking forward to talking about mindful listening with you today. But let's stick with our starting with 3 minutes of meditation. I'm going to use my little phone for our bell here. I was laughing a little bit as you may have heard the door slamming behind me. I have this wonderful office here that's right next to, attached to a wall that there's a little fire door from a stairway back here. And I was laughing at the irony that we're talking about mindful listening, and I'm trying to meditate. And I have this very complicated relationship with this door. So I love my new job, love my office, love my coworkers, everything's wonderful. And when this door, whole glass wall here, and happens 24 times throughout the course of the day. Fortunately, it's not everybody's exit, but people who take the stairs as opposed to the elevator definitely come out this back door. And it's loud and it's concussive. And I've had to make a decision about how I was going to listen to this disruptive noise. And I've been trying to use it as a when I hear that, just like treat it like a little mindfulness bell. This is an opportunity to just check in and come in contact with my breath for a few moments, and to sort of be at peace with this disruptive sound instead of deciding that it was the bane of my anxiety. But that's not quite what I want to talk about for our exercise today. Mindful listening is a real challenge. So, this week got a little mixed up schedule-wise, right? We started with mindfully brushing our teeth, then we talked about mindfulness during a crisis, and then we talked about mindfully walking, and we talked about coping with addiction, and now we're coming to mindful listening. And a more a progressive way of approaching that would have been to do brushing our teeth, walking, and then listening, right? And if you remember the theme from the walking conversation, brushing our teeth is very contained, right? We're aware of what's happening like right here, right? It's like it's in the confined little space. So when we're brushing our teeth, we recognize our thoughts, we release the thoughts, and we return to this sort of single pointed focus, right? It's very similar to our breath awareness practice. But when we start a walking meditation, we have a whole lot more that we've got to be aware of. So it's much more challenging to stay present and disciplined with our attention in that environment. We have all of the motion in our body. We have our surroundings that we have to be aware of simply so we don't walk into something, right? So mindfully walking is a pretty serious step up in what we're trying to bringing mindfulness to our day-to-day life. Mindfully listening, is the third and most challenging of these exercises. Engage with the conversation with somebody when they're speaking to us, right? There's information that necessarily, because of the way language works and communication works, forms thoughts and feelings and emotions and reactions in our brain, right? So if we're practicing mindful listening, and we're trying to truly be present and not run away with thought and have conversation in our head, right? We're going to have to find a way to balance being aware of the words that are coming in and not get distracted by running away with them. So today's exercise really is to stick to your normal, 3 to 5 minutes of meditation, and to see if you can find some opportunities to mindfully listen to someone. I like to square up. I like to take a deep breath. I treat it like any of my other mindfulness activities. I kind of, settle into the conversation, right? Try to really be present. I notice those habits to start forming what I want to say and waiting for my turn to speak. And I try to let those go and just really listen to the conversation. I think if you're engaging in this practice fully, you'll find it much more challenging than mindful walking or mindfully brushing our teeth, and especially much more challenging than sitting still during our seated meditation, right? So I'll be very interested to hear your experience with this. Drop us a note. I've been getting some lovely responses from folks that have been telling me how their challenge is going and keeping me updated with their practice. So I'd love to hear from you. We had a wonderful meditation group last night. Our friend Adam, one of our new meditation instructors, shared just a beautiful story of a very trying family situation that brought him to a meditation practice, and how he found peace and happiness amidst a really turbulent time. It was a pretty cool story. We don't have anything scheduled for this weekend. We will be holding a beginner session. I know I said yesterday it was going to be our last beginner session for the month, but we've got one more scheduled for Monday afternoon, 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. Our friend Lydia out in London is going to be running that group. I'm very excited. She's got a really wonderful practice, and will offer a pretty awesome session. So that's at 3 o'clock Eastern on Monday. But otherwise, I'm going to be taking it pretty easy this weekend, and I hope you will be too. So thanks a lot. Have a great day, guys.